Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I want to talk about how I do my journaling in my Midori Travelers notebook, and I'm gonna talk about how I do the paper collage, how I put everything together to create a similar page as I am doing right now. So here are some examples. This is the most recent one that I did yesterday, and I already posted on Instagram. In case you don't know my Instagram, I will link it down below or link it somewhere here. So yeah, this is the most recent page, and this one I did 2 days ago. So yeah, I'm just talking about how I journal in my style like this. Just gonna do a quick flip through first. Just gonna go back to the first page, and it is right here. So this is a page that I really like. So in this page, as you can see, I have some drawing, doodling. I have some watercolor drawing. I use some washi tape. I use some fabric washi tape. So first of all, before I do this page, I just think about what can I do on this page? What is the theme I like mostly or recently? So for me, my recent favorite theme is vintage and flower and female character in vintage. So yeah, basically it's vintage and nature. So that's my recent theme. So based on that, I purchased some of the paper goodies. I purchased some of the stamp goodies. I purchased some vintage book in order to create a page like this. So first of all, this page was inspired by, I guess I just saw it on internet from Pinterest or something. It's called the map of the hand. So I think it's very vintage, it's very interesting, and all the symbol on the hands are very, I don't know, just very secret, has a lot of secrets. Is really, I'm very curious about it, so that's why I decided to kind of doodle the whole hand on this page. So before I draw this doodle, I need to have a pen. So recently I'm using this one. I have been using this one for a long time, probably like 2 years or 3 years already. So this one is the Pentel Graph 1000 for Pro pen 0.5. That's the pencil that I've been using or forever, over and over again. And then only for me, if you are very good at drawing, if you are an illustrator, I think you don't need a pencil. But for me, I like to do a rough sketch before I use my ink pen. So those are the pen that I'm currently using. Mostly I'm using my Micron. So I have a variety of nib. So I have from 0.1 to, I guess, 0.5, I believe. So yeah, basically it's from 0.25 mm to 0.5 mm. And then I have other brand as well. I have this Copic multi-liner SP.5, and I have this Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen black 199. I guess it's the they don't have 0.5, they don't have the number, but they have small medium and fine, something like that. And yeah, I just do a sketch and finish the whole drawing with my micron pen. And of course you're gonna have your watercolor, and currently I'm just using this really dirty watercolor sample that I bought from China, and it turns out okay, and I really like the watercolor. It's just a sample, so I don't mind. And you have it's better to have a palette like this that you can mix the color. And then of course you're gonna have your brush. For myself, I guess I did did I do a video about my brush before? But my favorite brush is this one and this one. This one is the Da Vinci. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the number 0, and this one is another Da Vinci number 2. The hair is super soft. Oh my god, it's from Germany. It's so good. I guess if I have more budget, I will purchase more. I love this pen so much. This brush so much. Other than that, I have a few Neptune, and this one is Winsor & Newton. I love both of them too. So yeah, you can have your own collection. So if you don't want to purchase something like something expensive, so you can just purchase a watercolor brush set from Michael. It's really up to you. I don't think it makes a big difference if you are not an illustrator or an artist. If you're just focused on, do the basic journal, I don't think it will make a big difference. But if you want to move on, look forward, or become an artist, I recommend that you purchase a better brush. Is good for your painting. So this is the second page. So on this page, I just think about I need to play around the paper. So let's get started with the paper. I have those papers from Vintage Book. I have a bunch. I either bought them on Etsy or I just bought them on eBay. Some of them are paper kit. Some of them are box. I cut those pages from books. So it's really depends on your needs. So I have those animals, or sometimes I prefer words, only words, paper on the background. But I guess this is an advertising booklet. I just love the illustration. I love the font. I love everything in here. It's just such a good background. If I need to journal on it, it creates a perfect background. And then I have some botanical card, butterfly, and you can just make sure think about what kind of theme you like first, and then go ahead and purchase some paper on Etsy. I don't think it's super expensive, but I do recommend that go try one. Go find a cheaper one. Some of them charge a lot on vintage papers. They said it's like from long time ago. They said it's from 1900. But honestly, for just journaling, you don't need like super vintage. I believe it's just I once purchased over 50 or 60 papers, and then it cost me like $10 or something. It's super cheap, especially just for your journaling. I think it's super cheap, so I really like it. And then you're gonna have some sticker or nature illustration die cut paper like this. So in here I just have different color, different theme, different flower or animals, stickers and die cut paper that I can use on this page, and then some vintage stuff, and of course you're gonna need your washi tape. So I recommend on one page I don't use more than 3 or 4 washi tape, and they must based on the same color tone. Like I can use this 4 together, or I can use this 5 together, because they kind of share, not this one though, but yeah, they kind of share the same color tone, so they kind of like merge the color together. It's not very, you know, color conflict. So yeah, just make sure what kind of color tone you like before you use your washi tape, and then stick with them. So here is another page of watercolor drawing. On this page I use my DaVinci, so I just really enjoyed the whole procedure, the process. I really enjoy drawing with those brush. If you run out of ideas, I recommend that you can just write down your favorite quotes with different fonts like this. For one, first of all, you can practice your writing. Second of all, you can just, you know, use the whole page to write down one paragraph or quote that you like, that can inspire you whenever you flip through your inserts. And then for the next page, I have some real flowers, as you can see, and other doodling and other quotes and watercolor as well. So real flowers is a very good choice for journaling in your notebook. Because you can just pick flowers on the street, you can just pick flowers on the way home. It's for free, it's from nature. I like to attach real nature thing in my journal. But one tricky thing is you kind of want it stick on your page. So for me, I use clear tape. I'm not sure if you can see here, the light is kind of bad because currently there's a big storm in Vancouver, so it's very dark outside. Anyway, so yeah, you want the real flower stick on your page. So I use clear tape, or you can use glue, but that's not like normal glue. You have to use some special glue that can kind of merge your flowers, like really stick on the page. So yeah, just go to Michael's or go to your local art supply store. You can find a lot of glue like that. And then here is another illustration, so I want to talk about those illustrations a little bit. I'm really satisfied with this too. So you gotta have some inspiration, you gotta have some references. So here it is. Those are the vintage book page that I got online. It has tons of, it's double-sided, it has tons of botanical illustration. I just can't wait to finish. I can't wait to draw them down on my journal. Like, they're so gorgeous. And then first of all, you practice your drawing, and then it's just so pretty. I think it's just so pretty in your journal. I really like it. So that's that. Here's another page. So instead of drawing a border, I draw a background, watercolor background here. So for this watercolor background, you just need to apply more water than your what is it called? Your color. So just make it less vivid, make it less vibrate. So yeah, here you go. Here's another new page. So let's move on, let's go ahead. Here is another 2 illustration, and then here is just a die cut from books, and here is some illustration of some female character. It's vintage paper. So now I'm gonna show you, I purchased this on Etsy as well. So you can just purchase those die cut paper. You can like different theme. I like the female character theme lately, so that's why I purchased those. And I just love their dresses, I love their outfits, I love their drawing, love their hair and everything. So I just kind of create a scene here, like create a story, and then this story is just about this female met on the street on the other day, and it's kind of say hi to each other. It's a very stupid short story that I created by myself, but you know, journaling is just all about what you like to write. So yeah, you can write on whatever you like in your journal, of course. And then, oh, I forgot to mention on the first page, now I've seen it. So I have some vintage fabric. So here is some vintage fabric. I have tons of those. Usually I use them to wrap my orders, but sometimes I just feel like maybe I can use some in my journal as well. So yeah, it's good to have some backups. And then I have so those cards, like I have those teapot cards or something. Is it, or with a watches card? I don't know, what is it? Picture card album. So anyway, it's just a flower series. So as you can see, I have tons of those cards. You can just, you know, pick, because this one, the color theme is kind of pinkish, yellowish, and bluish. So I would just pick one pink one, just kind of, you know, stay with the same color tone. Of course, if I can pick another one, I will just pick this one, probably just pink and pink. I hope you get the idea, but yeah, it's good to have those little cards as a backup. And then you're gonna have some other die cut flower pages or cards. You can all purchase this on Etsy, or just cut it by your own, or you know, go to a local thrift store, vintage store to purchase. They must have some of those that you really like, and then you want to put it in your journal. And this is my next page. As I told you, I love real flowers. I have tons of real flowers in here. So for this one, I'm not sure if you can spot it. I have this real picture, and then on top I have a illustrated flower on top to kind of cover the head. It's my recent favorite thing to do. So I have a bunch of vintage pictures and vintage picture like this. You can either cut it in size, or you can just put the whole pictures in here. It doesn't really care, just as long as you like it, just go ahead with your style, right? Yeah, you can just move it around, find a place that you feel mostly like it, like where it is, like to put where it is. So yeah, and then as the background, I just I talked about it earlier. I like to use something really plain, really not outstanding, not standing out, but you can also kind of create a scene, kind of create some color. So this bullet is the best choice for the background. Otherwise, I am using some letters. So those are the letters that I purchased online as well. So basically, you can just cut it in size and put it there. So at first, I feel so bad to, you know, kind of cut it in pieces and put it in different places. It's kind of, I don't know, it's damaged the leather, but later on, I just feel like if I don't use it, I think it's a waste. That's the real meaning of the waste. So I decided to use it and then put it in my journal. Then I can see it every day. So yeah, I decided to just go ahead. And then here is another one. So this big botanical plant, I got it from books. So either you can just find a book that you like from your local bookstore or online or eBay or just any bookstore that you like. Look at those illustrations. They are just fantastic. It's the best way to decorate your journal, I believe. For this one, you can just cut it down and then trim them, cut it in size and put it there. It's just very easy, but make sure it goes the same color theme. I guess that's very important for me to journal. If I want my page look good. So yeah, stick with no more than 4 or 5 colors. So here is my recent page. So in here, as you can see, I told you before, I like to have a female character body and then have the flower kind of cover the head. So that's how I did it. So here's the letter that I cut. So here is the advertising booklet background. And then of course you can write down everything that you want to talk about in your journal. So what's more is the stamp. I have a few vintage theme stamps in here that I purchased from China, I believe. So yeah, you can purchase anywhere, Michael, Etsy again, eBay. Just find your favorite theme and stick with it. And here is some rubber stamp that I got. I will link it down below in the description box. I don't want this video goes too long, so yeah. And then what else? You need a pen to write things down, but of course I'm using my Pilot fountain pen, or Lame, or Lamy, or sorry, I don't know how to spell it. This is from Lame, and this is Pilot. Those two are my favorite fountain pen lately. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it doesn't take too long, and have a nice day. I will see you in the next video soon. Bye bye.